conspiracy theorists. Oh my God, the fucking citizens predicted this. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, give me the raw material and know when it came out. People on Facebook believe everything, bro. That shit crazy.
Powerful executive Sean Diddy Combs has had an ominous. The extremely powerful executive Sean Diddy Combs has had an ominous presence in the music industry for the past 30 years.
Look at Russ Simmons.
His suspicious involvement in the demise of Tupac and Biggie, his secretive ritualistic parties in the back room, as well as numerous accidental confessions has made the public pre-decide that he is guilty of all accusations against him. Not only have multiple women filed formal lawsuits alleging him of violent sexual assault and humiliation, but now the federal government raided his home as they investigate his involvement in a global sex trafficking operation. Technically, at the moment, he is not being charged of any crime, but any day now, Diddy could feel the wrath of the American justice system. He just gotta admit that he gay. Today, we are going to unearth the secrets he never wanted the world to know with the goal of determining one thing: did he do it or not? It's first very important to understand Diddy's potential involvement in the murders of Tupac and Biggie.
I just want to make it clear.
Because if you believe those allegations,
he thought he cooked on that. I just want you to know he thought he cooked with the Diddy do it. Come on.
To be true, everything that happens afterwards makes total sense. In the mid-90s, Diddy, also known as Sean Puffy Combs,
his son
was in
just
the middle
like
of the
him,
infamous East Coast vs. West Coast hip-hop rivalry. It all began with East Coast rapper and Bad Boy Records signee, the Notorious B.I.G., versus his enemy, West Coast rapper and Death Row Records signee, Tupac Shakur.
Yo, this be the dudes I listen to and I want to sleep, bro. He got like he got that voice, bro.
Drive-by shootings. Biggie's murder remains unsolved to this day, but in 2023, we learned that Keefe D was the shot caller for the group of individuals that killed Tupac. Although we do not know the specific details as to why these two rap legends—
Remember when people were saying they spotted Tupac in a bodega? They said they spotted him in Cuba. They said they spotted him in Africa. They said he changed his name to Elvis. They said everything. People, yo, human beings suck.
Were killed through all the theories.
He was snitching on Black because he thought just because it happened in Vegas they couldn't try him here.
Witnesses
in
of
LA.
Both murders indicate that Sean Combs had involvement in both murders. Biggie and Tupac were friendly and actually respected each other at first. Tupac had begun rapping in 1991 and within 2 years already had earned a platinum album. Biggie was a crack dealer who recorded freestyles for fun until someone sent his tapes to Puffy, who signed him to Bad Boy Records for $25,000. Puffy was also able to use his status in the music industry to connect Big and Pac. Pac became a mentor to Biggie. He once even asked him to be his manager.
I was there, nigga. I trained the nigga. He used to be under me like my lieutenant. The nigga, I used to come to New York, I used to do shows and let the nigga come on before I did keep your head up and get around. Because nobody knew the nigga in New York. And I used to tell the nigga, yo, if you want to make your money, you gotta rap for the bitches. Do not rap for the niggas. I told the nigga, don't rap for the niggas. Rap for the bitches. The bitches will buy your records and the niggas want what the bitches want. So all of a sudden he changed from being listen to.
Yo, Pac was really like that. I'm not gonna lie. Hold on. Yo, do y'all realize that Pac died? Yo, what up, Verify? How you doing? Did y'all realize that Pac died at 25, 26 years old, bro? You know how young he was? Yo, today, this statement right here has not been involved with rap at all. Like, I'm not trying to say this for me, but I'll just say this in general. When y'all men do shit, man, do it for the girls, yo. Do it for the women out there, bro. Don't do that shit for dudes. You know how many times I done bought designer sneakers because I was trying to outstyle a motherfucker? Because I was trying to see if that motherfucker got it better than me. That's real insecurity. That's deep-rooted insecurity shit. Meanwhile, while the hoes was on my dick, I was ignoring them, thinking like, yeah, that nigga jealous. Man, I was a broke-ass nigga. I was broke as fuck. Over here using credit cards to buy a designer that I couldn't afford. Not risen up dudes, man. What's wrong with you? Ooh, be quit. I wish we knew how you look, bro. I want to fucking joke on your ass, bro. I want to joke on you. I want to cut your ass, bro. I want comedy to come back, bro. I'm sick of you, bro. He was in the tub naked with that jewelry all over his body, bro. And wasn't he like with bubbles? Which we call it, yeah, with bubbles. But why you said, whoa, AZ? But my thing is, yeah, I used to be broke as fuck over here talking that shit. Like, that shit is real, bro. And what you do is you do it for you do all that shit for women, for the ladies, if you're like that, and then the dudes are gonna follow along. Like, believe it or not, dudes be subscribing to shit about dudes because they want to see why the women was attracting them. Just like content creation, dudes follow like what we do, or they'll follow what other guys do to see why do so many viewers watch them. Like, that's the same game. Rap right now is not like that. It is not like that at all. It is 100% trying to style on somebody else and thinking you like your shit don't stink. Yeah, he is saying some real ass shit. Oh, thank you. He is saying some real ass shit though. Thank you. He's saying some real ass shit. Oh my God, decaf. I'm so happy. He's saying some real ass shit though. Oh shit. What up, McGrady man? Currently watching your new videos. Thank you so much. Unfortunately, this is the only thing that I dislike about YouTube. I looked on my phone. That's why earlier when I was playing Rainbow, I was really upset, and it finally changed to green, but it's an issue. My Max Payne video caught a as suitable yellow money sign. What does that mean? It means YouTube will never put it on recommended, meaning I would have to rely on like subscribers to watch, but a lot of subscribers normally would see your videos on the homepage. Like, I don't have to click on Raunchy's channel no more, Chase, iPod, Trays. They're on my recommended page once I type in youtube.com. When your video gets a yellow dollar sign, it means that they do not put it on the front page because YouTube knows they're not going to make ad revenue from it. My Max Payne video got hit, and one of my most fun videos that I've done so far this year, LA Noir, got hit. I was so upset because it's not doing the best right now, but I have strong belief that it's going to pick up later because I just seen that I got the studio notification that said your video has now finally been ready, it's been viewed, and it deems as to be monetized. And I'm like, why did my LA Noir video get the yellow money sign? Like, it needed a review, and I'm really upset about that. I was really excited when I did that video, but hey, we got to keep going. That shit sucked though, but I appreciate you, bro, watching the video still.
Listen to his style. He changed from that to Big Papa.
Pac believes that Biggie used him as a blueprint, changed his whole style, persona, and music to be more
Hail Mary, that's some mess apparently behind
Many
it.
people speculated that Diddy also had a slight obsession with
that
Tupac.
Could be a thing though,
he started
boys.
dripping himself in Versace after Tupac did it first.
Yeah, well, no, watch it, bro. I encourage you, watch it, man. It still helps.
Women after Tupac
Thank you, man.
ran through them first, like Sarah Chapman, who ran around with Tupac in the 90s and is now the mother of one of Diddy's children. Pac's claims aged like fine wine when recently the internet figured out that Biggie's most successful hit, Juicy, was actually stolen by a Mississippi-based artist called Notorious B1, who released a song called Big Daddy a year before Juicy that sounds exactly the same. Is it a coincidence?
What the fuck? Nah. I know you're saying trade as a joke, but that's insane. I never knew that. Damn.
Coincidence that Notorious B1 and Notorious B.I.G. are very similar, and this song is called Big Daddy, and Biggie started going by Big Papa, but many people...
I knew musicians steal music, but what people don't like to put out there, it's like revealing, like when we think about Tupac, we think about, obviously we know all his jail stuff, but what overshadows all the negative was the fact of how enlightened he was and everything. Imagine hearing that he was a woman beater. Like, you know, it's just something that's just really kind of throws you off. It's like, whoa, huh? Like what? Because to our knowledge, Biggie's just masterful on the mic. That's my first time ever hearing that. I know people steal music, but that's my first time hearing that. Oh shit!
Believe this was the mastermind of Diddy, as he was a music industry expert.
Because I don't believe
how to scout talent.
I don't think Biggie would have stole that shit on his own to even find that. Because Puffy was the one who had the connections.
B1 and Biggie trusted his boss and mentor. Pac and Big's rivalry began as a
Where's B1 now?
Competition.
Is he alive?
Who had more music sales? Who had the better fashion,
he
media
stole
representation,
that song,
and cultural influence? But due to gangster rap creeping into the mainstream and the two being surrounded by legitimate gangsters, tensions escalated to life.
Bruh, he looked like fucking Lando and he looked like Trey, bro. I swear to Jesus. He looked like Trey, and shout out to my guy Lando. He looks like fucking Lando. This is actually insane. Somebody screenshot this. Please, somebody screenshot this. Somebody send this video to Trey. This looks like fucking Lando and look like Trey. Bad Boys for Life. Bro, I promise you, you look quick. You look, Trey? Like, you look quick. I'm telling you, that shit look like my man's, bro. Trey was getting busy with Bad Boy Records, bro. Oh, I had to turn off the clip. Yo, Mike would tell you, Donnie would tell you, the homie Eli cool, but motherfuckers started whispering me. Hold on, let me fix the clips. The homie started whispering, people started whispering me because people were like, oh, are you allowed to stream Chucky? Once you did that to me, you made the block hot. You made people ask me if, like, oh, yo, are you sure you're allowed to stream Chucky the show? I had to turn off clips immediately, just straight up dry snitching me. That shit scared the shit out of me, man. I'm like, yo, if you see the vibes, shit, if you go live, do your thing. Like, yo, you know, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me get in trouble because I did it to myself, but block is hot right now. All right. Again, though, I'm gonna be honest. This looks like Lando and Trey when they met up. And okay, I don't know who that is. I don't know who that's Biggie. I don't know who this random ass dude is. That's a female? I don't know. But that looked like Trey, and that looked like motherfucking _Lando. That shit is crazy.
Threatening conflict.
What up,
in November 1994, Tupac was on his way to record some music at Quad Studios in New York City. Coincidentally, Biggie was there recording with Junior Mafia, which was a group of 4 friends that Big knew since their childhood. Puffy was there too, since Big was his artist, and anything that Big
Big was really cockeyed like a motherfucker, dog.
Label. Allegedly, a man by the name of Jimmy Henchman, who is now serving life in
prison,
man,
Jimmy Henchman's a hater, bro.
Tupac, since Pac owed him some money. Many speculate that Jimmy told Puffy what was about to happen, but Puffy did not try to stop it. When Pac was outside the studio, he looked up and realized rapper Lil Cease, who is best friend with Biggie, was yelling at the studio. He looked up and realized rapper
some badass kids that are looking out the window. You know them badass kids looking out the window, you argue with your girl outside? Or there's some shit going on? And them badass kids, you don't even know they're gonna throw water at you or some shit. A bad Lil Cease right outside.
Lil Cease, who was best friends with Biggie, was yelling at him from above.
That was from the movie.
He was excited
I remember
to see him because they were friends.
Oh,
he told him he was going to go downstairs and meet him in the lobby.
I forgot they had Anthony Mackie playing Tupac Amaru Shakur. Anthony fucking Mackie was playing Tupac Shakur. Oh, nah. Biopics be doing shit so wrong. It's actually insane. I think Shorty did a biopic with Aaliyah, and I think R. Kelly was white. I don't know. Something was wrong with that movie, too.
He was excited to see him because they were friends. He told him he was going to go downstairs and meet him in the lobby. Pac got to the lobby downstairs.
That, I think, was a bad setup, but P. Diddy wasn't trying to stop it.
Which quickly led to conflict and Pac being shot 5 times.
In the middle of that trial, Shakur was gunned down, shot 5 times in what he claimed was a murder attempt and police called a robbery.
As the police did their investigation, you can see Diddy looking around scanning the area with his head down. Keep in mind that after Tupac was shot, he got in the elevator and went upstairs where dozens of Bad Boy affiliates were located. Pac was interviewed by Vibe magazine detailing the night he was shot and the energy of the people around him while he was bleeding out. Because Andre Harrell was there, Puffy was there, Biggie, nobody approached me. I noticed that nobody would look at me. Andre Harrell wouldn't look at me. I had been going to dinner with him the last few days. Puffy was standing back too. I knew Puffy. He knew how much stuff I had done for Biggie before he came out. Based on Tupac's words here, fans in the media believe that he was hinting that Biggie and Puffy might be behind the attack, which bothered
I feel like if Biggie was alive, bro, he would rat the fuck out of P. Diddy.
Tupac article had me pissed off, you know what I'm saying? And the rumors that's spreading is on some tip like we set him up, you know what I'm saying? And that's crazy. It's just ridiculous, you know what I'm saying? But I also understand that if you was to get shot 5 times, mine is just completely spinning, you know what I'm saying?
Diddy look mad.
About your situation, so it'll cause you to say things that you really don't mean.
To make things worse, a few months later, Pac was found guilty of sexual assault and would end up serving 9 months in prison. This gave him tons of time to think and reevaluate his life. To add insult to injury, Biggie released his iconic cutthroat track called Who Shot Ya, which felt like an obvious diss towards Tupac. But technically, it was recorded before Pac got shot, but it was marketed and released months after the incident. Regardless, the media developed the narrative that Big and Puffy set up the shooting and now released a diss record bragging about their hit.
You know what's fucked up? They used those 2 boys, man. They used both of them. They used the fuck out of them. They extorted both of them by any means to just to curate so much shit and money. And people got like, this was the first time that you had somebody in the 80s other than LL Cool J and Ice-T, Busta Rhymes, and a few other artists that were entering the movie business. But I'm gonna keep it a beam, man. Tupac was one of those guys. Y'all gotta remember, Tupac, I think he was born in New York, right? Wasn't he from New York originally? But what I do know is that he was in theater school. He was a poet. He enters his rap business. And I just feel like he was never really gangster, though. I always told people this. I don't think Tupac was ever really about that life. At the time that he was really switching up locations, also he wanted to ride for like LA. I just think his theater acting and him being like super in tune with his intuition and everything like that, it just allowed him to be a character, because then he was all gangster, rah-rah, and then all of a sudden when he's talking one-on-one with women, it was really some powerful shit. And I'm like, oh shit, he's saying like some real shit, and the way he's describing stories and everything, you forget that, oh yeah, but when he's doing music and he's beefing, it's all this gangster shit. I think the gangster shit was just for show, but he was just so good at it. You know what I'm saying? It's not that most rappers aren't about that life, because that's a fact, but I feel like I never really read stories that he was committing like actual crimes and all this other meet up, kill you type shit. It just seemed like he got caught up in a facade of, you need to be this way. Just like he said, you got to rap for the bitches, and the guys are also going to buy your albums because they're going to be jealous. It's like he felt like he had to be this gangster shit because it was going to sell. And it ended up doing him bad. He ended up getting beef. And I think one of the articles that I read was that he was going to expose that he thought Diddy was gay. He found out that Diddy was gay. He was going to expose it, and that's what got him killed. A lot of shit.
And Puff's full intentions were to stir up drama, as can be confirmed by the former president of Bad Boy Records.
Called Long Kiss Again. What's that?
Lyrics that was going to be used for that. But the way it was marketed by the company and released in the succession of things that were going on that we were dealing with on all the levels that we were dealing, that record did what it was supposed to do. And that's a perfect example of how my former business partner works and thinks.
Pac was sitting in jail already thinking that they set him up, and the release of this song was all the proof he needed. But this wasn't the only shooting that Puffy was involved in. It's also important to know that Tupac signed to Death Row Records while in prison after the label owner Suge Knight promised to use his money to get Pac released. As they were in the process of getting Pac out, Suge Knight and his best friend Jake Robles, aka Big Jake, were at the Platinum nightclub in Atlanta. Suge confronted Puffy at the club and was choking him. Puffy's bodyguard, Anthony Wolf Jones, steps in to defend him, and then
he shot him. He shot Big Jake, I think,
Next
right?
thing you know, shots are being fired, and Suge's friend Big Jake was shot and killed. Whether or not Wolf shot Jake has never been confirmed, but Suge was holding Puffy responsible for the attack, which was enough to now ignite a feud between the two executives. Quick sidebar, recently fans have noticed that Puffy's firstborn biological son Justin Combs looks a lot like Wolf. How does your son look more like your best friend than you? Anyways, in October 1995, Tupac got out of prison and he wanted war.
I have no fear. I have only ambition, and I want mine, and I will do anything to protect and feed my family. And these niggas represent a threat.
Pac got out and immediately started taunting and scheming on Bad Boy Records as much as possible. In the days after his release from prison,
Tupac
he jumped
really
into
looked like
the
he was
studio
40
to record his next album, All Eyes on Me, and he talked about the
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised that he don't look like Puff. He don't even look like the mom. You gotta remember, Puffy was having like his women fuck other dudes. Like Puff was having like dudes like, I mean, I believe it.
Anticipated tracks.
Two of America's Most Wanted with me and Snoop. That's gonna be a humdinger, right? Shorty wanna be a thug. That's gonna be a big one. And Wonder Why They Call You Bitch with Faith. That's gonna be a big one.
Wonder why they call you bitch. I wonder why they call you bitch. I wonder why they call you bitch. That song was fire too.
Imagine your wife jumps in the studio with your biggest enemy 1 week after he gets out of jail. Pac was also seen with Faith Evans at Whitney Houston's album release party. The rumor is that Biggie cheated on Faith and that she was trying to get back at him by cheating with Pac. Pac also allegedly started messing around with Mary J. Blige, who was a close friend and business partner with Puffy. Then Death Row Records held a Christmas party party in 1995 where a close friend of Puffy,
the
Mark
category?
Anthony Bell, was mercilessly beaten and forced to drink urine after refusing to give Suge Puffy's mother's address. Tupac and Death Row did not let off the gas. At the 1996 Soul Train Awards, Biggie won the award for Song of the Year, and Tupac won Best Rap Album of the Year. After Big got his award, he took some pictures backstage and then exited the venue because he had to go to the airport to catch a flight. And that's when Pac and Suge pulled up in a Hummer, taunting them.
While we was waiting for the car to pull up, Suge and Tupac pulled up in the Hummer, and you know, Tupac was really loud, yelling.
Oh, that little C's, right?
Cursing, yelling a bunch of stuff, and Suge came from the other side and was like trying to actually walk up to us, saying he just want to talk to Big, like want to talk. But of course, everybody got in front. You know, it's a little yelling and arguing for a minute, but police and everybody got in front, kind of stopped everything.
Despite Biggie's gangster lyrics, he was really a chill dude who didn't want to beef with Pac. Remember, he looked up to him. He always thought they were friends, but as we are speculating, he seemed to be a pawn in a much bigger operation.
He knows you sent somebody to shoot him that first time. Is that true or false?
Why? No, it's false. Why would I do that?
Okay. Do you think he was just hyping a record, or you have no idea?
I don't know what was the problem. You know, I wasn't inside his head at the time. I don't really know what's the reason for him doing what he did.
Tupac was a man on fire.
That's tough. Like I said, Biggie got used for a whole big
crime he didn't commit,
situation,
was constantly being slandered by the media, and
now
feels being disrespected by his biggest enemies, on top of being surrounded by real gangsters. He released a music video alongside Snoop Dogg called Two of America's Most Wanted, which featured a skit mocking Biggie and Puff.
Pop, please don't kill me. It was Buff's idea. No, man. I'm just a rapper, man. Please don't take me out the game.
Interesting that Tupac himself instructed the Biggie actor in the 90s to say it was Puff's idea, as if he knew the truth. Then Pac released one of the most abrasive and iconic diss tracks of all time, Hit 'Em Up. He starts off the song.
I want y'all to know how all right, that was a crazy time. This was crazy. I want y'all to know how powerful that was. That Tupac, like, remember, he come from theater. He's a songwriter, because he wrote for R&B artists too. Let's not forget that shit. But he comes from theater as well. I swear to everything I love, I always said this to people because my mom is a big fan of Tupac. She'll tell you, bro. Her vision was that she always felt like Tupac would stop music way early because he wanted to start up his own movie production company. Shit's crazy. This video fine. Now this video is good. This person who made this video good. W shit Donnie. But like my mom's always said it. She was like, listen, believe it or not, my mom, the only books my mom ever read was Tupac books. Shit's crazy. But she was just like she thinks he would have probably been stopped and either did his own label or would have did his own production company for movies. Like that was where his passion was. And it was supposed to be like movies, like, you know how you got like black entertainment television? It was supposed to be something like that. Like I don't want to say like Tyler Perry Madea, but his was gonna be like really about the hoods and just real shit, like Menace to Society and shit like that, like what the Isley brothers did. And it was gonna be, and I believed it because I was just like, bro, everything, all the stories he tells seems like he wants to touch on that, on some Quentin Tarantino shit, and it might hit the wounds and shit like that, but it was gonna be like some real shit. Yeah, no, absolutely, Nick. That's a fact.
Interesting that Tupac himself instructed the Biggie actor in the 90s to say it was Puff's idea, as if he knew the truth. Then Pac released one of the most abrasive and iconic diss tracks of all time, Hit 'Em Up. He starts off the song claiming he had sex with Biggie's wife and then directly calls Biggie, Puffy, and Junior Mafia all bitches, along with various other threats. The pressure was on Bad Boy. Pac was not going to stop, and Puffy couldn't take the heat. Biggie's bodyguard, Gene Deal, recalls when Puff reached his tipping point.
Oh, this man right here just letting it all out.
I'm about making money, but something gotta change. I don't give a if Pac gotta die, Big gotta die, or Suge Knight go to jail. Something's gotta change.
Gene was taken back. He wondered if Puff realized that he just said he didn't care if his own artist died. At the same time,
they don't want to listen to him, man. He's been kind of accurate this whole time. What up, Angel? How you doing?
These gangster games only lead to two outcomes: death or jail.
Shooter.
Tupac would meet his
That's kind of crazy.
On September 13th, 1996.
I've been believing everything he said, bro.
Pac and the Death Row Squad were attending the
I think he did do a movie for Spike Lee. Wasn't Above the Rim a Spike Lee movie?
Vegas. Hyped up
am I
from the
bugging?
Testosterone and the energy of the fight, Pac wanted some action. A Death Row associate pointed out Orlando Anderson to Pac, who was a Southside Crip gang member, a rival to the Pyru Blood set that was affiliated with Death Row Records. Pac went up to Orlando and punched him in the face. Then Death Row associates put a beating on the man. Later that night, night, Suge and Tupac were driving down East Flamingo Road to Club 662 when suddenly a white Cadillac pulled up beside them at a red light and opened fire on Tupac. He was hit 4 times, with the fatal shot piercing his lung. Just last year, Las Vegas police arrested a man called Dwayne Keefe D. Davis, who was a shot caller for the group of individuals that committed this crime, and he orchestrated the plan that was carried out. Ironically, Keefe D. has been confessing his involvement publicly on the internet for years. In 2008, he confessed that his nephew, Orlando Anderson, the man that Tupac punched earlier that night, was the one who actually pulled the trigger.
Keefe D. has now identified his own nephew as the murderer of Tupac Shakur.
Bolstering Keefe D's claim was an informant
Is Orlando Anderson still alive?
Who told investigators that Puffy had hired the Southside Crips to kill both Suge and Tupac, and that the Crip who was jumped to the MGM was in the group that had done the hit. This was exactly the same story.
Wait, yeah, that last picture, bro, when he's just like chilling.
A decade later.
Keefe also stated that Puffy offered them $1 million to kill Suge and Tupac.
We wanted $1 million. Yeah, he said, come on downstairs and talk to you.
He tells you, seriously, man, I need to get rid of these guys. I mean, he's looking at you in the eyes and he's like scared.
Yeah.
You tell him, we'll do it for $1 million, and he's like, okay, I'll do it for $1 million.
Yeah.
He agrees, you shake on him or something like that.
It's nothing.
Who brought up the amount of $1 million?
He did.
Puffy did?
Yeah.
Okay. Was it you?
No, it wasn't me. I'll shit. $1 million out there.
When Diddy was asked about this confession,
this shit is actually insane.
His response.
It was this documentary that claimed, which we know wasn't true.
Yeah, check this out. We don't talk about things that are nonsense. We don't even entertain nonsense, my brother. So we're not even going to go there with all due respect, but I appreciate you as a journalist asking. Thank you.
As you can imagine, Death Row was likely seeking retaliation for the murder of Tupac. Everyone at Bad Boy Records knew they were not safe, but they were especially not safe in Southern California. An LA kingpin called Gene Deal.
What's so crazy is P. Diddy still wanted Biggie and all these motherfuckers, including, what's this gentleman's name? He does Mace. There we go. He wanted all of them to still perform in LA, knowing, motherfucker, y'all gonna get your mans killed. Y'all, Tupac is dead. Everybody thinks and assumes it's you. You was gonna send your manses to still perform, and you think because you called and made it seem like, yo, are we good to still come through? That could be still a setup. Suge got way more power than you in LA. And then all of a sudden Big didn't end up going. Mace said he's not going. And all of a sudden Biggie gets set up in LA. Oh, LA or Vegas, one of those.
Bodyguard, and warned him that there was a hit placed on Biggie in LA.
No, Mace said that he didn't want to go. He wasn't fucking with Diddy after that.
As a kingpin, brother. He called me to save Biggs them life. Tell them niggas not to go nowhere. It's a hit on them. You get this information from a kingpin, brother. Chaz Williams.
Despite knowing all this information, in February of 1997, they headed out to Los Angeles.
It was LA, there we go.
Biggie's new album, Life After Death. Puffy also wanted to record some of his album, No Way Out, in LA. Lil Cease, Biggie's best friend, claims that Big wanted to be in LA.
If he say go, we going. If he stay, we staying. Big wanted to stay. I always tell people that, yo, why everybody always go, why y'all was there so long, or why you didn't tell him to go home? He's the boss. We're here because of him. And if he feel like it's no threat and he wants to be here, it's our job to stand down with him.
Biggie was not taunting the West Coast. He genuinely loved being in LA. He received a lot of love from fans, promoters, radio DJs, despite being surrounded by his enemies. Instead of claiming to be the victor of his beef with Tupac, Biggie wanted to use his life to inspire change and squash the East Coast versus West Coast beef. The truth is,
before that, they were. I think they were diddling around.
That they didn't really know who was after them, but they overstayed
Can't tell
their
the boss to go home. That's a fact, bro.
And Big's demise came on March 9th, 1997. After presenting an award at the 1997 Soul Train Awards, the Bad Boy crew attended the after party hosted by Vibe magazine at the Peterson Automotive Museum.
Stevie J always in the background.
Front passenger seat of a Chevrolet Suburban SUV with Puffy and other entourage members driving directly in front of them. As they stopped at the first red light, a dark-colored Chevrolet Impala pulled up alongside Biggie's SUV. An unknown assailant inside the Impala rolled down the window and fired multiple shots at Biggie's vehicle. Biggie was hit numerous times by gunfire, gunfire, sustaining 4 gunshot wounds. One of the bullets struck him in the chest, causing severe internal injuries. He was immediately rushed to the Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, but pronounced dead at the hospital that night. So what happened? Well, Puffy's business partner said that they had used up all their budget on security, so they couldn't hire extra security for this evening. Keefe D.
You used all your money. All your money. You are Bad Boy motherfucking Records. You are P. Diddy. You didn't have enough money during a motherfucking time that Pac had just gotten killed within a time frame. You know when somebody's going to get it back in blood or spin the block on you. It does not have to be today, tomorrow. It could be next week, next year, 10 years from now. You bring your manses over to LA and you also ride in another car and not the same car as your most popular artist. Meanwhile, you was always riding with him in the car. You set your man up, bro. They gonna fully expose Diddy. Yeah, they are. They gonna set him up, bro. Yeah, they gonna set him up. Like Diddy rode in his own car and let Biggie ride in another car, and they couldn't afford security that evening, but decided to do all this touring to LA. Get the fuck out of here,
He was
man.
also at this party and offered protection. Puff told him to stand down. Puff decided to ride in the separate car located in front of Biggie's.
Wow.
Then he gave his security guard, Gene Deal, very strange instructions rather than maximizing Big's protection.
I tried to ride on the side of the car. Puff said, yo, Gene, what you doing? I said, I'm riding on the side of the car. I have my gun out. So he says to me, Gene, if you don't get in this car, you ain't gonna never work for Bad Boy ever again. I said, man, how the f you gonna try to tell me how to do my job? He said, Gene, we don't need that look. We don't need that look. Get in the car. As I go to get in the car, this motherfucker reached down and let his seat all the way back. So now I gotta put my legs sideways. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is you doing? I said, you ready? He said, you ready? I said, Kenny, run the next 3 lights. Kenny said, for what? I said, motherfucker, run the next 3 lights, Kenny, or I'm gonna drive. Kenny just took off.
The first car ran the red lights, but the car behind them did not follow. They decided to stop at the red light.
Yo, man. Oh, my God. He definitely set that motherfucker up, yo. Oh, shit. Oh, my goodness sake, bro. I don't know about y'all, but that shit just sucks. That shit sucks to hear. Oh, man. That's fucking terrible. And y'all know what he means. The bottom part of the seat, you push it all the way back because Biggie's a big dude, or the fact that you push it all the way back because you just hope that nobody sees that you in the car or something like that. Come on now. They knew what's up.
Lil C's had his head hanging out the window trying to holler at some girls. Then out of nowhere, the shooting took place. According to an FBI agent, Phil Carson, who worked on the case for several years, Suge Knight hired Amir Muhammad to carry out the execution. However, the agent says that the original target was not Biggie. They were targeting Sean Puffy Combs. Gene also believes this story is the truth.
I believe it was meant for Puff. The people that tried to kill Puff that night, for whatever reason.
So Puff didn't set it up?
Because we had some beef with some Muslim cats in Soul Train too. For whatever reason, the people that's trying to kill Puff, Big became a casualty of Puff shit.
When they rushed Big to the hospital, Lil C...
That's probably, I'm gonna be honest. Either 2 major things. Either Puff was gonna get hit up or Puff was setting up Biggie. All I know is something weird that made Puff still want to pull up to LA, and they got right with Biggie. Nah, Suge killed a lot of people, bro. Not just E. Ain't gonna lie, shit crazy. But I can tell you right now, this gentleman right here has been trying to like let everybody know what's going on.
Literally looked the shooter.
I think they wanted to kill both. I think the idea was to kill Big, but also they were gonna set both of them up.
Right in his face, gave a description to Gene. This is what he said.
Little C's at the hospital. He said a Muslim shot Big. And I said to Paul, with the blue suit, white shirt, blue bow tie, he said, Gene, how you know? I said, that motherfucker walked up to Puff car first.
Lil Cease's description of the man matches up to what the FBI uncovered. All in all, to say that Puffy set up the murders of Pac and Biggie is not exactly accurate, but the origins of the beef and the escalation of the beef can most definitely be traced back to Puffy. Also, he definitely knew that danger was looming for Pac and Biggie and did not even come close to trying to prevent both of their deaths, because at the end of the day, Puff was the one who benefited most from them.
Bro, he got a daddy jacket. Oh yeah, no, Suge Knight definitely set up Eazy-E. That's a whole nother stream. We could go down that rabbit hole, but the story behind it was, yeah, he said, you know, you got to kill him the Eazy-E way. You put AIDS in a needle, whatever, and you just got to inject him with AIDS. He said you just got to kill him the Eazy-E way. My thing is, I don't think Suge did it, but I think Suge got man, they were crazy back then. I think Suge got blood from an AIDS person and injected it to E. I think that's what happened, because here's the big thing. They did say that E was out here fucking hoes and everything, but it was just so random how he got unconscious after he got knocked out. He don't remember everything that happened, and all of a sudden he just got sick.
Dying. Think about it from the perspective of Puffy the businessman.
He wasn't supposed to be in
dies, LA. That makes Biggie the winner. Biggie looks like the ultimate gangster who warned his enemy with a diss track and then got him killed. That helps feed into the persona and sell more records. Plus, with Tupac dead, there is no more competition. Biggie's inspiration, his idol, the dude who he copied everything from, can no longer defend himself from the grave. Now, we know that Puff didn't exactly want Big to die, but he wasn't doing everything in his power to protect him. Additionally, Puff saw how much money Death Row was making after Tupac passed. Tupac Shakur sold 67,000 records in the week following his murder. 2 months after he died, they released The Don Killuminati, The 7-Day Theory, which Shakur recorded under the name Machiavelli. It debuted at #1 on the Billboard Hot 200 with first week sales of 664,000 and 250,000 the second week. To this day, Tupac has sold 75 million records, most of which came posthumously. Puffy owned all of
the scary thing when you set up for after you die. Like, what does Snoop think of Diddy? Personally, I don't think he'll say anything yet. But I know Snoop has done some questionable shit too. A lot of them did, man. It was one of those times nobody knew technology. Nobody knew anything like this was gonna happen. Like, I'm gonna keep it a bean. It was like when doing check fraud or doing like little sneaky shit and whatever. You just never thought you'd get caught up. You get greedy, and then later on in life, you get caught up. Or like just doing things. People get greedy and they start stealing. Next thing you know, later on it catches up to you. I don't think people realized where we was gonna be with, you know, when we live in the times we live in now we kind of know there's gonna be crazy more shit. But in the 90s, nobody fucking knew there was ever gonna be this crazy evolution of just technology. I don't know. I don't think there's ever gonna be a time. You think Snoop really left LA? You think he really left LA to Louisiana? That's another hot place because it's too hot.
of Big's publishing. He allegedly purchased it from him for $200,000 years before he passed, which meant that everything he recorded or wrote for himself or other artists, Puff owned all of Biggie's percentage. Aside from the tens of millions of dollars in albums Big sold posthumously, he was also a prolific songwriter. He wrote all of Junior Mafia's
I don't think he left LA for that because he thought it was too hot.
Consider every single
Craig Mack got screwed over too.
Over the years. Diddy has been making money off Biggie for more years than Biggie was alive.
I hate to be that guy, but I got another long video. We could watch that one tomorrow. It's about Jay-Z. There was a guy that was supposed to be over Jay-Z. He was way better than Jay-Z. Jay-Z took his cadence and everything. It was his cousin. They said he was supposed to be way better than Jay-Z. All the rappers, Cannabis, DMX, everybody was over here vouching for him. He was his cousin. I think it was his cousin, right? He set him up. He ended up getting, no, not Big L. He ended up getting killed. I think, didn't Big L got killed because they mistaked him for his brother? Nah, we're talking about Jay-Z's cousin. Like Big L was, I think they shot Big L because they thought he was his brother. They thought it was his brother, so they shot the wrong guy. Jay-Z had a cousin who was nice, and they were looking to pick some people up in MC and underground type shit, and they ended up picking Jay-Z's cousin. A lot of shit got orchestrated. Jay-Z got put in a lot of positions due to like being able to, whatever the fuck happened, and was able to get through. Shit adds Ricky. Wait, pause your thought. Huh? I'll look it up on the side because yo, Kate, thank you for the 45 months. I appreciate you so much. There was it was either a family friend, a close cousin. It was somebody in the 90s that was close to Jay, and he was like the next up. I couldn't do those. I'm sorry, Kate. You know, we don't touch the ass, but I appreciate you. Thank you. There was a guy close to Jay. Like, we'll just say this. We call it it was supposedly a family member, whatever. And somehow he got killed out of nowhere. He got killed, like set up. And it was during the time where, remember, all these guys, man, they were doing crazy shit. The movies were jumping. Artists was really trying. I think it was like in the 80s and 90s. And Jay-Z was trying to get in the door too. And just so happens his cousin gets killed and he gets pushed. Well, it could be his cousin. It could be his best friend. It could be a family friend. All we know is that somebody that was close to Jay-Z, who was way more lyrical, way had better flow, ended up getting killed. And Jay-Z ended up getting pushed. Same thing when he screwed DMX out of the deal too with Def Jam or Rockefeller, one of those, and Jay-Z got pushed. Just like when Jay-Z and DMX did the little rap beef back and forth. We all know DMX was killing it. Come on. 6 hours? I missed so much. Yeah, Leah, yeah. We just watching this before we wrap up, but it's just so much crazy history with this. Jay-Z's not that innocent either, man. It sucks. I remember talking to Cool Kid. He was like, man, I pray to God ain't nothing really on Jay-Z. But y'all gotta remember, there was a video of Jay-Z in a fucking back seat with another dude with a girl with her fucking tits and pussy out. Like, I don't know if y'all remember that video. Like, man, if y'all think Jay-Z hasn't been a part of some shit, come on now. Yo, Sid, thank you for the 43 months. God bless. Thank you so much. If y'all think that wasn't a thing, come on now. Like, Jay was in the back seat. When was that? What? Come on now. Look, I'm for research and education, I'm not gonna show it on screen. And the dude is like, yo, Jay, this is you. He's like, yo. And he's like this, like nervous. It was when he was young. Yeah, I see it right there. Never mind. I see the text link. Yeah. Yeah, it was a long time ago. Jay-Z was sitting in the back seat. I don't know if it was a Cadillac or something like that. What up? Yes, what's going on? How you doing? And it was just some crazy shit. It was some crazy shit. I was, yo, what up, Bake? How you doing, Paul? What's up with you? There's a video about how Jay-Z blackballed Maya because Beyonce thought there's a big problem. We all love Beyonce. Trust me, like I fuck with Beyonce. Do y'all ever recall when her career was struggling in the 90s? I mean, early 2000s? Do y'all remember that? Bake, how you been, bro? How you doing, Pa? Do y'all recall when Beyonce's career was struggling so bad when she went solo? She was listening to Jay-Z was in her ear. The whole group collapsed. She went solo, was trying to go the route that Jay-Z was trying to push her to. It did not succeed. And then she ended up blowing up regular like R&B music career type shit like that. Ended up doing numbers. They shut out Jay-Z, and a lot of people shut out so many people in the industry, and then pushed the idea like, we need to have a woman like her. Like, yo, a lot of shit, bro. A lot of shit. And it happens to this day. People get pushed. They said they didn't want Rod Wave and that other dude who J. Cole signed. They didn't want to have one of them be big because they didn't want to have two big dudes in the industry going crazy with R&B. It's some weird shit. It's crazy. I was in the Sandbox. Yo, bro, I'm telling you, bro. Wasn't he supposed to be? Yeah, he was with Aaliyah. I think they were all fucking with. Oh, yeah, Murray. There we go. They said Murray wasn't built to be like Stardom. They said he wasn't built to be big as Stardom, and the industry was pushing Rod Wave. I don't like the way they kind of put the word industry plant. Industry plant comes off like some spiritual weird shit, but I understand what it means. It's almost like you hitting the algorithm and somebody controls whose videos they want to see pushed. They were pushing more for Rod Wave. Everything kind of fit more of the gimmick. You got a guy like Moray that looks how he looks, and you're just like, we don't see that. Unless on his own, he was pulling astronomical numbers to where they couldn't ignore it. It's like when Kai wasn't getting front page, but he had 100,000 motherfuckers there, and then Twitch had no choice but to put him front page. Like, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, Jay-Z, I wouldn't say he's innocent like that, man. Like, I think one of the only people I could say who made it throughout the industry, who's been saying everything, who we kind of know a lot of dirty laundry and we kind of don't, but we could suspect, is 50. Be honest, bro. 50, Fat Joe, even Ja Rule, bro. I think Ja Rule and his crew. I think like, well, but DMX turned to drugs. But DMX, let me be honest. I'm going to be honest. I love DMX. DMX is in my top 5 artists. But DMX, if he was alive and well, I'm going to tell you from what DMX said it himself, he was a wild dude. We don't know what kind of things he got himself into. We just know DMX was never really the head of anything. Like, DMX was so damn amazing, but DMX had no power in the industry to really do shit, and it's fucked up because he had so many opportunities, but who blocked it? Jay-Z. So I think the drugs is really what fucked with him, and him fucking all the hoes, whatever. And I'm pretty sure they all probably alleged to kind of fuck, younger adults, I would say, because it was the 90s and that was a thing that was like a thing that people were doing. But you could say fortunately and unfortunately, Jay-Z or DMX, I would say DMX was never able to become the guy who runs the show of some things or whatever companies, because they always try to blackball him. No, he's a phenomenal actor. Like satanic shit in the industry, niggas. Yeah, Jay-Z, DMX's story, man, really holds like a lot of ground. And I think the way he moved like a regular New York dude who would rob you, who would beat you the fuck up, who fuck bitches, and just knew how to rap. And Jay-Z and a lot of others, P. Diddy, they were willing to do by any means to get big in the industry. And that's what people are looking for. And I ain't gonna lie, when you got guys like Biggie who didn't fuck with the gay stuff, DMX didn't fuck with the gay stuff, you see why they, like, look at their careers. Look at the careers that they had. Like, he had an amazing, look at Jadakiss in them. Why is it Jadakiss in them never had the most craziest ownership of like companies and shit like that, but they were one of the most amazing groups in rap history? Not willing to do certain shit, bro. And they just stood in the background. Telling you. Like, really look at it. 50 Cent and had to do a lot of shady shit. Their career spawned from like real, or you go to route like 50 Cent where you do How to Rob back in the early 2090s. When you do How to Rob, 50 went at everybody's neck. And the way 50 got popular was he just kept dissing everyone. And look at all the beef and everything that got him big. And still to this day, he does it. He disrespects dudes, promote his liquor brand. Like, that's how 50's been doing his come up since the beginning, if y'all haven't noticed. Everybody, but that's a risk. His life is always going to be at risk because of that. You got to like really pay attention. Like, that's some real shit. Yeah. 50 always been like that, bro. He just does it more professional now. Social media makes it easy. He doesn't have to do a fucking rap beef DVDs and shit like that, where they beefing and shit like that or doing whatever. He just got social media, cut some jokes, throw up a promo, and that's it. Back then, dudes was pulling up to people's hoods, doing all this crazy shit. It's a lot of crazy shit when you like really put it together. You think Snoop did some weird stuff? Yeah. I love Snoop. I don't think he did like pedophilia shit. I don't think he was fucking teens. I don't think he was doing weird shit like that. I think he's a fucking LA Crip. He's a Crip from Cali, old school, straight up from the 80s. Doing whatever the fuck he got to do to survive. I know he probably robbed a few motherfuckers too. He probably did a lot of shit. They probably set some niggas up and to try to get in a position. But one thing I noticed is that once Snoop started entering movies, he kind of switched over. My thing is, Snoop can very well be like DMX. They were just two two gangster niggas who just like was out in the streets and then all obviously got into the music industry. Cause I feel like Snoop more so, I don't think he did like weird stuff like that, like on some Epstein shit. I just think his shit was more so just, you know, he did some gang shit. He really on some gang shit. It still ain't good. It still ain't good. But, and I see why like Dre stood with him. All of them. It still ain't good though. What Cat Williams said about comedians just don't just apply to. Oh yeah, don't just apply to comedians.
There were even suspicions that Biggie was aware of how much control Puffy had over his music and tried to sign over
DMX
all his new music to his infant
versus was the
daughter,
best
but
ones,
passed away
period.
before he could get the business deals done. Biggie's mother, Valletta Wallace, has repeatedly expressed her distrust of Diddy. The truth is, Christopher accepted the illusion of a friend and mentor for about $25,000. That's the amount Puffy lured my son with. That was a lot of money for Christopher back then as a 19-year-old. She continued by saying that she was glad her son does not have to witness that the very people that he thought he could ride and die with wouldn't think twice about using his mother. She added, "I am glad that he is not here to see how they have used his image and his name." Diddy was filthy rich, extremely powerful, and evidently unpredictable. Imagine how easy it was to leverage his power in the music industry and his personal life. If you said no to him, in theory, he could blackball you, extort you, or maybe something more permanent. So consider that when we begin analyzing his history of suspicious behavior.
I got my MTV out. Savage! I'm a savage! Oh! I'm a savage! Whatever I want, I'm going to get! Whatever I want, I have to get!
Let's start with the mysterious Puffy's
Motherfucker
Flavor
was
Camp,
hype.
where Diddy would mentor teenage musicians like Usher and give them a taste of the music industry. R&B sensation Usher was nothing short of a child prodigy. By age 13, he had already been discovered in Atlanta by L.A. Reid, and they sent him to New York City to record his debut album with Diddy. In 1994, Usher was just 14 years old.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Outside of this, yo, Ken, my brother Ken the Visionary, you look like fucking Usher. What up, Nicole? How you doing? I don't know why the taste, but that shit crazy. Yo, Ken the fucking Visionary, my guy, my brother. You look like Usher Reigns, bro. No, I'm serious. Yo, Kiki Facts, I need some water. How you doing, Nicole? Look like fucking Ken. This is actually nuts. Yo, Ken. No, don't block me, bro. Hey, I love Usher, bro. So you look like fucking Usher, bro. Usher Raymond, bro. I used to be a big Usher. Here's my thing, though. I hate to say this, bro. I think he did some stuff with Puffy, man. Not everybody who does questionable shit to get in the industry doesn't deem you like that. Well, it does deem it some crazy shit. Yo, Tavion, thank you so much for the follow. I won't be honest. If, say, a dude's fucking a dude to get into the industry, we could call it as a joke and be like, oh, nah, he gay. But I'm going to be completely honest. He himself, the person themselves could be like, nah, I would never do anything with any other dude. It was just to get in. That's some sick ass shit. I feel like Usher may have never endorsed anything else outside of just that situation. But I think he did do something. You know what I'm saying? Look at R. Kelly, bro. R. Kelly was wilding. No rap artist wants to rat out R. Kelly. R. Kelly was wilding in front of artists and nobody exposed him, but later on, tapes and other shit. No rap artist was gonna, who was gonna rat out R. Kelly? R. Kelly was in the motherfucking scenes pissing on bitches. Dungeons. Ignition's my shit too. I'm about to send you a long, very stern message. Yo, chill out, bro. Yo, it's not a bad comparison. You look like Usher, bro. Come on, man. Usher bucks, bro. Fuck. Usher did what he had to do to follow his dreams. It's just really fucked up. I don't think he did what he had to do to follow his dreams. I think he was manipulated. He was a kid. That's the fucked up part. You know exactly what me and you be saying fully about higher ups of Hollywood. Oh, yeah. A lot of higher ups that are possibly, maybe gay, maybe straight, don't matter. We see what kind of runs the industry and what they're doing. Shit crazy. Yo, bro, you do, bro.
He moved into Diddy's house to be a part of his.
You moving 10-year-olds into Flavor Camp?
Hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle. Right. And I saw it. And it was
Tavion.
I don't know if I could indulge and understand.
So you stopped dancing?
It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place, and I didn't necessarily understand it.
Usher has been very reluctant to discuss what happened when
Ken, my boy, my good brother, man. I love you to death, gang. Ken, you can never deny you might have some sort of DNA with Usher. Ken, you be singing? Bruh, you look just like him. I'm sorry.
He lived with Diddy. In a 2004 article with Rolling Stone, he said, Puff introduced me to a totally different set of shit. Sex, specifically. Sex is so hot in the industry, man. While he was in New York, he lived at Puffy's house in Scarsdale. There was always girls around. You'd open a door and see somebody doing it, or several people
don't leave,
having
bro.
An orgy. You never knew what was going to happen. Some people look at this as nothing short of grooming a young boy. One time, Diddy himself detailed what living with Usher was like.
Back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the...
And Kevin Hart fucking it up because he's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get up early than me. And now he's one of the richest stars in the world. And
what the...
Yo, Kevin Hart is the dude who... He don't know, like it's almost like, yo, cover for me, bro, cover for me. And Kevin Hart don't know how to cover for the dude. This shit is fucked up. Like, Kevin Hart's an idiot.
What did Puff just say?
Even though Kevin Hart was just joking, he really was the only one that seemed to question what Diddy was talking about.
Yeah, like he didn't know what he was talking about, bro.
And you'll notice a theme where Diddy is very comfortable touching other people, embracing them, calling them pet names, and almost always the other person's body language screams they do not like it.
Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, daddy.
Yo, y'all making that a soundbite tomorrow, bro. Are you doing it, man? You doing it, daddy. Y'all making that a soundbite. I'm gonna tell you right now, that might be like when somebody subs, bro. I might have to make this a thing when somebody subs to the channel and that pops up, bro. Bro, the crazy thing is I have a weird perception. I feel like gangsters, when you in a gang, you can't wear glasses. I feel like when you in a gang, I can't see you paying bills. I don't know why. Like, my mind is fucked up. I feel like gangsters got shit orchestrated. Just like rich motherfuckers. I can't see. You're not unsubbing. If you unsub, that pops up, bro. You can't do it. But look, I feel like when you a millionaire, you ain't sitting like that in the pool, bro. You ain't at the angle letting the water kind of hold your body weight. It's shit kind of crazy to me. Bro, I feel like P. Diddy done fuck this dude. And he's just in pain.
You putting in that work.
But Usher is not the only artist in the industry who may have been a victim of Puffy's flavor camp. Justin Bieber was also mentored by Diddy early on in his career. Bieber, just after his 15th birthday, spent 48 hours with Diddy. Diddy gifted him a Lamborghini Gallardo and let the world know why him and the teenager were hanging out.
Where we hanging out and what we doing, we can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So, yeah.
Yo, he don't know how to, like, that shit is crazy. He fucking the Biebs up, yo. I'm not gonna lie. He fucked the Biebs' life up. Justin Bieber became, like, he got into drugs, tattooing, twisted. JoJo Siwa type shit. I'm not trying to tell P. Diddy what he should have done. What the fuck is he saying? I can't disclose what we're gonna do. 15-year-old's dream. What? Yo, I seen Justin Bieber get rubbed up by Jaden from the back and he kissed Jaden in the neck. And somebody tried to defend it saying that's what hippies do. Get the fuck out of here.
We gonna go full crazy.
Combs seems to be acting strange, but Justin seems alright. At the time, he was still a young star, glamorized by the industry. 1 year later, his demeanor towards Diddy was much different.
What's up, man? You good?
I'm good. How are you?
Alright, young brother, everything's good?
Everything's
Selling
great.
out arenas and everything? Starting to act different, huh?
No,
you ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But you never really got my number, so.
Now, Combs is renowned.
Yeah. He scared that motherfucker bees. B was like, yo, what's good, man? And he checked him on that shit. He thought like, oh, I thought we wouldn't speak on this. He said, Dad, you don't even call me no more. How he G-checking a child? That's fucking nasty. So he G-checking a child, bro.
Renowned for hosting lavish and star-studded parties that have become legendary in the entertainment industry. Diddy parties are famous for attracting A-list celebrities across all industries. I had the craziest mix, Combs told Oprah. Some of my boys from Harlem, Leonardo DiCaprio after he just finished Titanic. I had socialites there and relatives from down south. Diddy parties are typically hosted at luxury venues or his own private residences. The media were quick to anoint him the modern-day Gatsby, a title he embraced with open arms. Have I read The Great Gatsby? He said to a reporter in 2001. I am the Great Gatsby. However, many people forget that one of Diddy's first parties ever resulted in the deaths of 9 attendees. In 1991, 22-year-old Sean Combs was the promoter of the Heavy D's and Puff Daddy celebrity charity basketball game at City College's Nat Holman Gymnasium, the infamous Puffy party where a stampede occurred taking the lives of 9 people. Some of the hottest rappers in the game were set to attend. Boyz II Men, Phife Dawg, Big Daddy Kane, Jodeci, even LL Cool J and Mike Tyson showed up.
That ain't LL.
Dog,
Watch.
Big Daddy Kane, Jodeci, even LL Cool.
That's motherfucking Dan G from Def Jam, and he done fucked me up so many times. I had to cut that shit off the vid. That's a crazy combo right here, bruh. These 3 motherfuckers are a nasty combo.
Cool J and Mike Tyson showed up. The crazy part is that fans could see all of their favorite stars for just $12. The first problem occurred with the tickets. Keep in mind, this is in 91, so people had to go to physical locations like the Apollo Theater box office to buy tickets. Tickets were also sold at local shops like Boss Emporium.
Damn, look at all these white dudes buying records.
By Funkmaster Flex. The facility could only hold 2,730 people, but they had no idea how many tickets they sold, as no proper system was set in place to keep track. Despite this, Gene Deal recalls Puffy requesting to cut security presence in half.
This particular day, Puff calls me the day before we supposed to do the party and say, yo, Gene, I don't need y'all to do the security outside. I got the FOIs to do it. So I said, man, I just told 18 guys. He said, I just need 8.
To clarify, the FOIs are Fruit of Islam members. One witness to the event said, you cannot have an event like this in Harlem without those Muslims, said Oscar Davis, 32, of the Bronx. Forget the police. They can't do nothing. The people in Harlem respect the Muslims. It was blatantly obvious that more people were outside than could actually fit in the gym. Despite the overcrowding, tickets were still being sold at the door, said Mario Salvaggi, a city police patrol chief. Fans entered through 2 side exits and funneled down the stairs.
What up, Dre Humble? The video's called The Diddy Files.
But once LL Cool J and Mike Tyson showed up, all hell broke loose. Mobs of people started swarming from outside to rush inside, pushing people forward towards the glass doors. The glass doors eventually were shut and needed to be pulled towards the crowd to be opened. Guards tried to instruct people to fall back, but they wouldn't listen. The pressure became so great that the glass doors shattered and people fell through them. Outsiders began stampeding and stomping over bodies to get inside the facility, but the problem just got worse as they needed to go down the stairs into the gym. The doors at the bottom of the stairs also needed to be pulled open towards the crowd, not pushed into the gym.
Remember the guy that tried to kill Puff in LA?
Squeezed up against these doors in
we just saw that in the beginning.
With no way to escape. Also notice that
thank God for the internet. The internet made this shit stop. Just like the Walmart shit on Black Fridays. On Black Friday, people used to like stampede through Walmarts and different shit. Remember the security officer that died, man, because they stumbled over him, bro? Like fucking animals, dog. They ran dude over, bro. Thank God for the internet and all that shit, because guess what? Now, Black Friday deals, I do miss the good old days when you get up with the family, you saved up some bread after Thanksgiving at like 3 a.m, you head to like Macy's, or I head to Queen Center Mall somewhere, and you go to the stores because you about to go out and just buy some fits that you could have gotten for a huge discounted price, or some games, some controllers. I kind of like that shit. That shit really had like me and my brother, my mom's, we'll take a cab at the time. I used to love that shit. Yo, Woo, thank you for the raid, gang. I appreciate you, my brother. How you doing? Hope you had an amazing stream, cuz. How you doing, brother? How you doing? People get killed from Black Friday, from gunshot. That's something that happens during the holidays and shit. That's unfortunate. But the internet got motherfuckers now tweaking now. Sweatzilla, yo, thank you so much, Cooking, for the motherfucking messages, bro. You said people used to get killed on Black Friday in my ear. That's fucking crazy. Damn. I used to love the holidays, bro. You go out shopping to the Macy's mall. I gotta go out more, like when it comes down to holiday shopping, because I ain't gonna lie, man. Just, you know, I don't really do that no more. Black Friday. Oh, fuck Black Friday. I had an older lady in a wheelchair hit the shit out of me at a Walmart in 08 because her old ass wanted a pot set. She like, cause I would flip her chair. Oh shit. Ain't that a crime? Yo, Supreme, thank you for the follow, man. Should I edit what and whatnot. Hey man, I'm proud of you, bro. I think I read your message. I gotta get back to you on the Twitter though. I gotta hit you up. I gotta give you my number though. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for the raid, gang. I appreciate you, man. What y'all ended up doing today on your stream, bro? But yeah, no, like honestly, the internet today, it stopped all this shit. Motherfuckers ain't trampling over, running through people just to see like Chris Brown or somebody like that, unless you're in another country or something. I just don't see that now. Like internet really made like people desensitized, unless you're just on some weird nut shit. Unlock trauma, I couldn't type. You got it. Don't have You're good.
Windows. So inside
it is
of the
crazy
gym,
though.
People were having a great time. From the outside, you can hear them partying, playing music, and rappers shouting over the microphone. They didn't even know that just on the other side of those doors were people fighting for their lives. Eventually, they got the doors open. As much as 6 people were stacked on top of each other and began spilling onto the gym floor, finally relieving the pressure.
Oh yeah, no, that I'm aware of, man. Yeah, it's some crazy shit.
Someone announced over the microphone that 3 people died right there. This caused chaos, and the people inside the gym began trying to leave, stampeding back through the exact same stairwell where people were trapped in the first place. Police identified 5 men and 3 women dead at the scene, and 29 people were injured. A 9th victim died in the hospital days later. All of them died from asphyxiation. 8 families of the deceased settled wrongful death lawsuits against Mr. Combs in early 1998. Mr. Combs ended up paying around $600,000 of a total $3 million or so. Now, clearly, this wasn't all Diddy's fault. Legally, the courts claim the city 50% responsible and the promoters 50% responsible. Regardless, death and dark energy seemed to lure around Diddy since his earliest days. From there, he kind of stopped throwing parties for the public and started to keep them private. However, over the years, disturbing rumors have spread regarding what happens during Diddy's parties, ranging from group sex rituals to casting couches where newcomers would secure their future in various industries.
That's fire.
The biggest rumor is that aspiring male talent would need to pleasure other powerful men to advance their careers. And apparently it's an open secret in the music industry, which is why Shannon Sharp erupted in laughter.
Yeah, they said it was a Muslim that killed Biggie though, but I don't know.
Because P. Diddy be wanting the body.
It's kind of
and you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did.
Now, Diddy has 6 biological children with 3 different women. He has had multiple high-profile relationships with the likes of Jennifer Lopez, Naomi Campbell, and Cassie. But you'll notice that most of the party stories that circulate involve him being surrounded by men. Josh Ostrovsky, who goes by The Fat Jewish on social media, detailed his strange experience at a Diddy party.
I remember him, bro.
I'm on ecstasy, and I'm trying to find the bathroom, and I can't find the bathroom, and I get lost. So I open a door, and in that room, there are a bunch of men laying about and, you know, kind of like very, like, kind of leaning on each other. Not like if you were spooning, but facing each other and, like, leaning up on your elbow and talking.
Like, it would almost be the prelude to an orgy.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. It was so prelude to an orgy. And who is lounging in my direct eye line? Puff Daddy and Felix the House Cat, famed house music producer.
Yeah, no, I know who that is.
Basically spooning each other. And they're drinking a glass of Hennessy. And they're, like, sharing. They're, like, passing it back and forth.
And everyone's talking?
And everyone's just, like, talking.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I see them, I'm like...
All men, though. There's not one woman in this room.
All men. And they're all 100% on ecstasy.
Shortly after Josh and Diddy locked eyes, he was kicked out. Josh, who is a gay man, immediately felt like he was in a room full of other gay men. But there was no real accusation nor damning evidence here. It could have just been a group of guys chilling. So let's take a listen to rapper Exhibit recounting his experience partying with Diddy.
Florida, we got invited to a Puffy party, the New Year's Eve party. He invited us to the house because he wanted to go to the club after. Puffy calls me outside. He's like, "Hey man, that girl you know about?" He's like, "You know, that's the devil, man." You know what I'm saying? I was like, "What you mean that's the devil?" So we get into the truck. He said, "Let's go to this club." You know, we sitting there bobbing to the music, and then she point over the corner. It's 2 dudes kissing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, the f is this? And then she pointed another direction. It's another dude over there, like, butt ass naked.
What the fuck?
We take off, man.
Based on X's story, it seems like
Fucking
Diddy brought
nasty
him to a
vibes,
gay
bro.
club. Or maybe, coincidentally, Exhibit just looked at the only 2 gay couples in a regular club. 50 Cent also recalls one of the first times he met Diddy.
We gotta kick it.
50 shit is crazy.
Telling me we gotta kick it and shit. And he was like, yo, why don't we like go shopping or some shit? I mean, like, I pay for it. And I was like, what the fuck this nigga just said? It's a fruit pie. It's a fruit pie. Trust me.
Now, there's no doubt that homophobia has been prevalent in hip-hop forever.
Did you see,
However, some people
he's
are just
admitted he
simply
went
not
to a few
gay,
Diddy parties?
and Diddy's actions make them feel uncomfortable.
He went to a few, and he like fucking 25. What he doing going to Diddy parties? Kason said that he went to a few Diddy parties. How long ago was that? You think that was a good idea for him to admit that? I don't know if that was a good idea.
Comfortable, like rappers
I don't
Fabulous
know.
and Jadakiss, who were pressed by
That's
Diddy
nuts.
on a podcast that got really awkward really quickly. He began by repeatedly calling the host Nori Daddy.
Mr. Lee,
Yeah, I love this drink.
Where you put my
Chance with you. I
bag
like
at?
when you like this, Daddy.
Yeah, where you put my bag
Daddy,
at,
I like
Mr.
when
Lee?
you
Oh,
when
it's
you
right here, it's
scrambling
right
and
here.
scraping for
No,
shit.
I got
I
notes
like
and
that.
shit. You know, I've been practicing.
Then he proceeded to ask
Ew,
Fabulous why he didn't want to party with him.
See where I look
Did you
back
miss
on
me?
where I became.
Did you miss me though? For real, because
I
saying
miss-
it seems like a thing.
I
with
miss
this
partying
birthday
Yo,
party,
bro.
man. I
Man,
miss
but I'm
partying
talking about
with
for your birthday.
Huh?
Why won't you party with me for your birthday, man?
Yeah, we party for my birthday.
Yo, I felt like Jadakiss sitting there like, it's some gay shit. Cause Jada don't get down like that either, bro. It's just, yo, kill to be killed, bro. I'm telling you right now, you ever worked with a boss? I worked in the hospital, and I remember this Jewish lit nurse that I worked with, and she says, oh my God, this Muslim woman just came in from another country, and she just needed psychiatric help. Like, she needed help. And she was so pissed off that she couldn't understand. She goes, oh my God, I just need Trump to like build those walls. Now, it's like, I sat there and I was like, the fuck you just say? I said, you said that? But like everybody in that room just doing their thing. And I'm the only one. Oh, you said that shit? When she seen I said that, she goes, Revis, really? Revis, come on. I'm like, you said that shit? You know you can get fired for that? I swear to God, I had a 4-hour lunch break. I was working 12-hour shifts overnight. Swear to God, I had a long-ass lunch break. I think she knew I didn't give a fuck about how powerful she was in the unit to where I could get granted shit. I wasn't with that. So, like, later on, she gets in big trouble and everybody finally wants to chime in. But she was able to get people fired. She got a couple of people that I know fired from other units that she's not even a part of. She's been there since like the fucking 60s. She's like 70 something right now, but she did so much surgeries to look young. It was crazy. There was times she was cool, but there was times she was wilding. And it's just one of those. You just sit back and see it.
No, but me and you ain't never really partied.
Yeah, Jay, facts.
Jadakiss kept his head looking straight down for almost the entire
Yo,
interview,
Uncle
and
Ben?
you could tell Fabulous
Uncle
was
Ben's
very
rice?
uneasy about Diddy's presence. When Diddy was confronted about it, this was his response.
You scrambling and scraping for shit.
That was you.
Scrambling.
What? You said, I like when you do it like that, Daddy. When you scrambling and scraping for shit.
Hey, man.
Hey, man.
Nah. I mean, I was
You don't
caught,
go back and look at that stuff and laugh?
It could be funny. I don't really be on it like that.
It seems like he genuinely
That
has
dude's-
no
that
idea
dude's
why
zesty,
people
bro.
thought what he said was weird.
He says things, he doesn't even know what he's saying is like fruity. You know what I'm saying? He says something fabulous and he goes, yo, no, but me and you, we ain't party. Like, we need to party.
I feel like 50 trying not to get canceled from the industry, so he uses words like fruity, fruit pie, butt friend. Yo, he be saying some fucking funny ass shit. Like, he don't realize some of the shit he said. Some of this shit he say is fruity, bro. You know, I want to party with you. Oh my God. Yo, facts. Yo, I love to do 50.
What is he talking about? That's the kind of stuff that when people say that to me, I get a little uncomfortable.
But even with all the jokes,
that shit is
rumors,
funny as
and
shit,
secrets,
bro.
nobody ever
50
formally
funny as
spoke
shit,
out
bro.
against Diddy and
You know what's
accused
crazy though? To have that much power, I'm surprised. Not saying God forbid though. 50 never got touched by nobody that's in relations to anything with Diddy. So you would say thank God for that, right? Because for someone like 50 who just be out there saying shit, I guess the times that we're at, I don't know.
him of assault or abuse until 2019, when his ex-girlfriend Gina Huynh spoke publicly about what it's like to be in a relationship with him. Keep in mind that Gina was a side girlfriend for Diddy. The public didn't know about her because his public relationship was with Cassie Ventura.
He ruined that girl's life.
Dating.
I knew he ruined her life when she cut half her head off, like half her hair, bro.
He had caught me texting another man. We were in his closet and he like pushed me and I fell to the ground. He like stood over me. He avoided my face, but he like started punching me like on the side of my head, and I was just like covering my face. He like stomped on my stomach, like took the wind out of my breath. I couldn't breathe, pleading to him like, can you stop? And he like stopped for a little bit. He like grabbed my hair from the back and like was like punching the back of my head.
She also claims that she was pregnant with his child in 2014.
You mind telling me what happened with that pregnancy?
He was like, you're gonna get an abortion, right? I was like, I don't know yet. And then he offered me $50,000 to get rid of it, but I turned it down because I just loved him.
Gina did not take the money, but she also did not have the child. 4 years later, she got pregnant again. Gina goes on to detail multiple other instances of emotional and physical abuse, but she never filed any formal charges. It wasn't all the way until November of 2023 that someone finally filed a formal lawsuit.
I'll be honest. In my head, I was like, damn, shorty, what was you texting that dude? But not to sound insensitive. But then again, you're thinking, I'm more than sure she was probably just texting a dude some regular shit. Diddy is a sick ass man. Nah, it ain't funny, Drake. I'm just saying. Yo, I'm just saying. In my head, I'm like, damn, was you like telling the dude you'll suck his dick? Like, but then I'm realizing it's fucking Diddy. Yo, Keter, my God. Thank you for joining the family, bro. I appreciate you so much, man. Thank you so much, man. God bless you. Welcome to the family, bro. Don't mind my sick, sadistic ass mind. I'm just saying, this is anything. Yo, ladies out there who's watching, wouldn't y'all think to say that? Like, damn, what the fuck was you telling him? Not because abuse is okay or hitting, but because like, damn, for him to go that wild with it. Like, you could text a guy friend or something like that, but then again, it's Diddy, bro. Diddy's just sick. You know, yo, Keita, thank you so much, man. God bless you. All she did was text her friend, hey, friend.
Against
Tough,
Diddy.
Bro.
After that, the floodgates were opened, and Sean Combs' dark past.
Ricky for
crept
show
out of the
Diddy. Yo,
shadows.
stop, bro.
In the lawsuit, Cassie Ventura, his longtime
Bro,
girlfriend.
they got video. I seen some stuff, bro. Shit crazy, bro. I'm used to it. I be watching you, Gabe and Cool Kid. Hey, God bless. I appreciate that, man. That's family right there, man. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you.
Mr. Combs.
Yeah, nah, I see her shit, bro. Her shit was not cool, bro.
Over about a decade. As you can imagine, this lawsuit and these
I
allegations
see some stuff.
went
I was like, oh
viral.
man, people on
After
Twitter put it
all
out.
these years of shady rumors, weird behavior, and
Like
dark
two
secrets,
short clips. I was like, oh hell no,
for
bro.
Diddy's decline. Ventura and Combs met in 2005 when she was 19 and he was 37. He heard a song she was marketing called Me and You. He then contacted Ryan Leslie, who wrote Cassie's first single, and paired Bad Boy Records with Leslie's Next Selection imprint for the release of Cassie's debut album. In August 2006, Cassie released her self-titled album under Bad Boy Records. The pair formed a close relationship through working together for several months as Cassie became the face of Diddy's fashion label, Sean John. In 2007, Diddy separated from his longtime partner Kim Porter and started dating Cassie. Cassie alleged that Combs controlled nearly every aspect of her life, from her career to having access to her personal medical records. She claims he was frequently violent, physically abusing her multiple times a year, and that he often plied her with copious amounts of drugs, which made videos like this one seem awfully suspicious, where Cassie seems to be hiding from Diddy.
What you gotta say now? What you gotta say now? You ain't got shit to say. when you put your
What
girl
the fuck?
Baby, yo, babe. I mean, shit getting weird. Come on, baby. It's hot outside. You fucking wrapped up in that blanket. Let's go jog on the beach.
The court papers assert that others who worked with Mr. Combs helped him control Ms. Ventura, like suppressing her music if she did not obey his orders, or by helping to conceal his behavior. But it wasn't just mentally controlling. He also often got physically violent with her. In one incident in Los Angeles in 2009, the suit says that Mr. Combs became enraged when he saw Ms. Ventura talking to another talent agent, then pushed her into a car and kicked her repeatedly in the face, making her bleed. The suit also details Diddy's request for Cassie to engage in his newest sexual fantasy called voyeurism. Combs forced Ventura to have sex with male sex workers in different cities, encounters she claimed he watched, pleasured himself to, and recorded. This is the allegation that likely opened up a federal investigation into him sex trafficking people. According to the suit, Mr. Combs called these encounters freak-offs, which involved costumes, like masquerade masks and lingerie. The lawsuit continues to detail some of the most horrific, embarrassing, and torturous behavior Diddy allegedly committed. Combs' lawyer, Benjamin Brafman, responded to the lawsuit on behalf of him. Mr. Combs vehemently denies these offensive and outrageous allegations. For the past 6 months, Mr. Combs has been subjected to Ms. Ventura's persistent demand of $30 million, under the threat of writing a damaging book about their relationship. Despite them denying everything, the lawsuit was settled just 24 hours after it was made public. We don't know how much, but due to the severity of the charges, the public assumed that Diddy coughed up tens of millions of dollars to keep her quiet. And while Combs likely believed that he escaped Cassie's lawsuit unscathed, a woman named Liza Gardner filed a lawsuit on November 23rd. Gardner claimed that she and a friend met Combs and singer-songwriter Aaron Hall at an MCA Records event in either 1990 or 1992.
Shit getting worse,
they returned to Hall's apartment for an after-party where she was offered more drinks and was coerced into having sex with Combs, who assaulted both her and her friend. In another complaint filed the same day, Joy Dickerson Neal alleged that in 1991, she reluctantly went on a date with Combs, who intentionally drugged and sexually assaulted her after their dinner.
What do you mean, bald
Diddy
guy?
denied the allegations through a spokesperson who claimed that the women's claims were fabricated and accused them of exploiting the Adult Survivors Act. The New York's Adult Survivors Act temporarily
if y'all haven't heard about this, all this shit, get ready for what? In this video?
Gave them the right to file a lawsuit against the perpetrator regardless of how long ago it occurred. Then another woman came out. Jane Doe alleged that Combs, his longtime lieutenant Harve Pierre, and a third unidentified assailant gang-raped her when she was 17 at Combs' Manhattan recording studio in 2003. Pierre, who previously served as president of Combs Bad Boy Entertainment, had also been sued by a former assistant, who alleges he used his position of authority as plaintiff's boss to groom, exploit, and sexually assault her several times between 2016 and 2017. The lawsuit further claimed that men trafficked Doe across state lines from Detroit to New York City on a private jet, supplied the teenager with drugs and alcohol until she couldn't consent, and then violently assaulted her. The complaint also included several photos that Doe alleges were taken at the studio that night, including one where she is sitting on Combs' lap. Enough is enough, Diddy said on Instagram. For the last couple of weeks, I have sat silently and watched people try to assassinate my character, destroy my reputation and my legacy. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged. I will fight for my name, my family, and for the truth. But it wasn't just women accusing him. In February of 2024, Combs' former producer and videographer, Rodney Lil Rod Jones, filed a federal lawsuit against Combs, alleging Combs sexually harassed, drugged, and threatened him. According to the lawsuit, Rodney Lil Rod Jones lived with Combs between September 2022 and November 2023, during which he worked on Diddy's most recent album, the Love Album, Off the Grid. As Combs' videographer, Jones allegedly secured hours of footage and audio recordings of Combs engaging in illegal activity. The activity the suit alleges includes acquiring drugs, soliciting sex workers, providing laced drinks to minors, and sexual assault. Jones alleges that he was the victim of constant unsolicited and unauthorized groping and touching of his anus by Mr. Combs. Mr. Jones was forced by Mr. Combs to work in Mr. Combs' bathroom as Mr. Combs walked around naked and showered in a clear glass enclosure. In the lawsuit, Jones also alleges that Young Miami, who is Diddy's most recent girlfriend, was among those who were paid a monthly fee by Diddy to work as his sex workers. Jones believed Diddy was grooming him with the goal of passing him off to others. While on a yacht in January of 2023, Jones alleges he was introduced to Oscar-winning actor Cuba Gooding Jr. He proceeded to grope and fondle him until being forcibly pushed away. Jones claimed that Diddy, who had dominion and control over Gooding Jr.,
Cuba Gooding Jr.
Also in Jones's lawsuit, an unnamed rapper is mentioned as having been on Diddy's yacht, where they were allegedly seen consorting with underage girls and sex workers. This rapper is described as a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj. Rapper Meek Mill is from Philadelphia and dated Nicki Minaj from 2014 to 2016. That same unnamed rapper, also an unnamed R&B singer, and producer Stevie J allegedly engaged in sexual intercourse with Diddy. This allegation has people looking at that clip of Meek Mill in the pool with Diddy calling him daddy more suspiciously. Also, 50 Cent made some jokes about Diddy and Stevie J on Instagram, to which Stevie J responded with not denying the allegations, but challenging 50 Cent to a boxing match.
However it go, I want you to fade, nigga. Fuck all that. Since it's entertainment, let me beat the shit out of you on TV or something.
Nah.
Don't duck that. I'm calling you out. What you want to do, Curtis?
But the most shocking allegation made in the lawsuit was
nasty.
Mr. Jones
and he yelled out,
discovered that
Curtis!
Mr. Combs has hidden cameras in every room of his homes, and that Diddy was secretly recording artists and powerful executives like Lucian Grange, who was mentioned in the lawsuit, who may or may not have
This is
participated
some Epstein
in
shit. That's what Epstein did in the
If this
island.
turns out to be true,
He was recording everyone.
Some of the most powerful people in the entertainment industry get exposed, and 50 Cent wants to be a part of the expose. He said on Instagram, shaking my head, "This is gonna be so good. What you want to bet I'm gonna get these tapes? I'll pay top dollar for them. You been over there? I don't go to Puffy's parties." However, it seems as though Sean Combs' reign of terror may be over. On March 25th, 2024, Homeland Security agents and other law enforcement officers raided Diddy's homes in Los Angeles and Miami due to a possible ongoing sex trafficking investigation. Homeland Security expert Hal Kempfer added some insight that the evidence they're looking for includes laptops, flash drives, and anything that would connect Combs with the allegations. As of right now, we don't know what they found, and technically the feds never formally announced what they were looking for.
No, we never been to no goddamn Diddy party.
But it's safe to assume, based on the allegations, conveniently, Diddy was not even in the United States during the time of the raid. According to TMZ, Combs' private jet was spotted on the ground in Antigua, in the Caribbean, shortly after news of the raids broke. Many people believe he is fleeing the country, and today it seems like Diddy is spiraling. He just posted on social media trying to see who in the industry is on his side.
Hey, yo, right now though, for real, yo, I need to know who f with me, you know? Like, just straight up, like I don't have the time. If you f with me, let it be known. If you don't f with me, be quiet.
And just in case you wanted some more twisted allegations and insane conspiracy theories, take a look at the founders of Uptown Records, the people who gave Diddy his very first job in the music industry. Andre Harrell, dead at age 59. Heavy D, dead at age 44. Kim Porter, dead at age 47. And Al B. Sure, who was just in a coma for 2 months and almost lost his life. Al B. Sure is also the father of Diddy's oldest adopted son. Al B. had a child with Kim Porter before she left him, married Diddy, and had children with him. Al B. has recently been trying to reach out to his oldest son, hoping that he will leave Diddy and come back home, and when he got out of his coma, he strongly insinuated that Diddy was the reason behind it.
We're going to be producing the Al B. Sure life story. So hold on to your britches, and you'll really understand how I ended up in a coma. You're really going to need to call Homeland Security.
Now, why would Diddy want the people who got him into the music industry in the first place to all be dead? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. But it seems like almost everyone around Sean Combs for his whole career either dies, disappears from relevance, or speaks out against his devilish ways. Yet nothing bad ever seems to happen to him. He just seems to get more successful and rich. Is it a coincidence? Maybe. But for now, we will just have to see how this all plays out. Based on everything you have learned in this video, you probably think he is guilty. But as of right now, he is innocent until proven Diddy.
So the last time, now even
I'll probably watch this shit later tonight. Yo, get this motherfucker's face out my fucking face.
The extremely.
I'd rather Diddy face on my screen. Get the fuck out of here, Neon. All right. That shit is still proven Diddy. Stop saying for show Diddy like you're referring to me as Diddy, bro. It's just offensive as fuck. Shit crazy. Yeah, they flooded Dubai, but no, they said he died from that. I don't think he died from that. That's a lie. The Kim Porter situation is crazy, and then she ended up dying. A lot of shit is so fucked up. Fuck you, man. Whoever that was, thank you. She was writing a book and ended up mysteriously dead. Yeah, nah, shit is just crazy, bro.